एंशियंट। अच्छा, चलिए तो गुड मॉर्निंग टू एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द क्लास। सो हाउ आर यू ऑल? एनी क्वेश्चंस? So we have seen the composition, right? So what is an, as we know that we are doing constituent assembly, right? Making of constitutions, and under that we have started constituent assembly. So on which plan does the constituent assembly established? Sorry, on which plan? Cripps missions के plan पे established हुई थी. I'm not answering, I'm taking your answer. So you said Cripps mission. And when did the Cripps missions came? On which plan did the Constituent Assembly established? We got an answer. One option is Cripps missions. Should I give the option? Eh? On which mission do the Constituent Assembly was established in India to draft a constitutions? August offer? Now this is not my answer, I am taking your answer. I am taking an input. जय हिंद। आप बताइए, कैबिनेट मिशन? Anybody else? Anything else? And what is that period of August offer? Year, in which year? 1938. What is the period of Cripps mission? 1942 and 1946. See, this is not my answer. I am taking your response. Still. What's your answer? Constituent Assembly किस mission पे बनी थी? Under what proposal do the Constituent Assembly established? 3 options we got here. Cripps, August offer, cabinet missions. Sure. Take your time. Answer the question. You think August offer? What do you think? On which of the British government plan the Constituent Assembly was established? British के किस plan पे Constituent Assembly established हुई थी? And you can also answer. Hello sir, I am welcoming everyone with the question. On which British India plan did the Constituent Assembly established? We have 3 options got. You said cabinet, it is already there. This is not what I have given an option, this is what you have stated as an answer. Question समझ में आया? So what would be the answer? अगस्त ऑफर, अगस्त ऑफर। आप बताइए। नहीं? So do we have only 3 options here? And what is the period of cabinet mission? What is the period of August offer? August offer 1940, yes. So the question still remains that on what plan of British India this Constituent Assembly established? So it was established on the basis of, yes, we got on 3rd June plan. And when did this 3rd June plan came? In which year? 1947. Right. Now that's yes, but still you are wrong. But the answer is cabinet mission. So on the basis of cabinet mission plan, this Constituent Assembly was established. What happens in August offer? August offer? आपने अगस्त ऑफर कहा? अगस्त ऑफर, अगस्त ऑफर. So what happened in August offer? Yes, Britishers has accepted the demand of Congress that they can for a Constituent Assembly, right? आप बताइए, बंद कर दीजिए. Done, it's done. The time is over. What's happened in Cripps mission? कौन बताएगा? आप बताएंगे? यस. बंद कीजिए. ऐसा कहा था उन्होंने. क्या कहा गया था क्रिप्स मिशन? क्रिप्स मिशंस में क्रिप्स मिशन क्या कांस्टेंट, क्रिप्स मिशन क्या कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली बनाने के लिए रेडी था? Do the, I'm asking another questions. Do the Cripps mission has it under its plan? बंद कर दिया please. Its time is over. Close कीजिए. This is what you have got for hangover for 4 days, na? So, so do the Cripps missions came to accept the demand of Indians for a Constituent Assembly? Yes. So why, if there is already a mission, already a plan by the Britishers, then what's the necessary that again there is another plan like a cabinet missions? So it means that Cripps mission was failed. Why it was failed? I'm coming to everyone. Why it was failed? You have to answer the questions in the class. So what you can do in the next time, either you can skip the class or you can prepare and come to the class, but you have to answer in the class. This is what options you all have. क्रिप्स मिशन में क्यों फेल हो? क्रिप्स मिशन फेल हो गया था? आई एम आस्किंग टू यू. यस, हंसिए मत, बोलने कोई बात नहीं. फेल हो गया था? क्यों फेल हुआ था? Why it has rejected? Rejected by whom? Who has rejected? दोनों ने रिजेक्ट किया था. What is the ground for Indian National Congress, not Muslim League? What is the ground for Indian National Congress to reject the Cripps mission? I'm not asking about the Muslim League. I'm asking about the Indian National Congress, the ground on which the Indian National Congress has rejected the Cripps missions. No, I'm not asking about the Muslim League. I'm asking why the Indian National Congress has rejected. Yes, because Cripps mission has promised a dominion status, right, after World War II, but they are demanding for a Purna Swaraj, complete independence, nahi? And this was a period of 1942, and exactly after this, a Quit India movement happened. ठीक है. And why the Muslim League has rejected? आप जिससे पूछा जाएगा आंसर वही देगा. Why the Muslim League has rejected Cripps mission? On how many grounds do the Muslim League has rejected? What are the demands of Muslim League on which they have rejected the Cripps missions? एक ही रीजन, ओनली वन रीजन? हाँ आ रहा हूं. And what was the reason? So two different state. Muslim leagues were demanding two different states. Okay. Is there only one reasons? How many reasons? How many reasons? आप जो आंसर देना चाहते हैं मुझे वो नहीं चाहिए. जो मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ आंसर मुझे वो चाहिए, बिकॉज दिस इज यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर यूपीएससी. और जिनसे पूछा जाए आंसर वही दें, नहीं तो जो बिना पूछे आंसर देंगे मैं बार बार टारगेट करूंगा. 3 reasons. Okay, so the first one is among those 3. The first, what he has stated, it's just the same thing. How is it such? Oh, what did you ask? How? No. Yeah, it's the same thing. Either we can call it a state or a nations. We have done a state, and the state at a political level, it is known as the entity who has a government, its own government, who has its own sovereignty. He has his own populations and his own territory. No. It depends upon the another one, whether they want to unitary government, whether they want a federal government. Union will always become under the unitary. Huh. 2 reasons, and she said 3. Huh. So I'm coming to you. So you said 3 reasons. Do the first reason what he has stated come under the one of the 3 reasons? चलिए इसको नेशन कर देते हैं. अरे तो what is the second? Okay, तो second is 2 different constituent assembly. And what is the third? So you have stated only one out of 3. You said there is a 3 reasons. So out of 3 you have stated only one, because you said you are not confirm about the first. So what are the 2 other reasons? What is first then? Okay, this is your first. Okay, I got. You said there are 3 reasons on the basis of which the Muslim League has rejected. आ रहा हूं. You have said there are 3 reasons on which the Muslim League rejected, and you said this is your first reason. The 2 are left. What are the 2 reasons? This is the amount of pressure what you are going to get in examinations. What are the 2 reasons? The clock is ticking. Maybe you said 3. But they said there is 2 different constituent assembly. They will draft 2 different constitutions. See, a constituent assembly. So they will, the demand of a constituent assembly to draft a constitution. I would help you. I had helped you. I will let you know after as a full answer. So still out of 3 you have given only one options. Haji. How many grounds do the Muslim League has rejected? Ground लिखा है आपने? How many grounds do the Muslim League? You are not a child anymore, right? So I am not going to repeat a same thing again and again. Don't open the book. था आपके पास 4 दिन, आप खोल सकते थे. यहां पर ईमानदार रहिए अपने साथ. 3 grounds. So the 2 is this, or another than this. Out of 3, is the 2 ground is same? Okay, मतलब first नहीं है. तो what are the 2 other grounds? अभी तो आपने कहा सर याद आ गया. कहा नहीं इन्होंने, ये तो लिखा हुआ तो याद आएगा ही। अब कौन बताएगा? आप बताएंगे, आप बताएंगे, चलिए। कितने रीजन थे? दो रीजन। कितने रीजन? दो। क्या दोनों रीजन यहां पर हैं या फिर कोई अलग रीजन है? यही है। दिस वन आपने सिर्फ एक दिया है और आपने भी एक दिया है तीन में से। नहीं ऐसा, दिस इज नॉट द आंसर, व्हाट यू हैव गिवन इज व्हाट आई हैव रिटन, दिस has given by him, right? And this is by you, and you said there are three demands. Muslim League has rejected the Cripps missions on the basis of two demands, and two demands were rejected outrightly by the Cripps missions. The first, they are demanding for the partition of India, that the two-state theory was rejected, and also they are demanding for the that for the two-state, the two different constant assembly to design the constitutions, and which both have been rejected by the Cripps missions. So there is only two demand by the Muslim League on the basis of what they have rejected the Cripps missions. So failure of the, so because there is a condition in the Cripps missions that this can only come into force when both the National Party of India, that is INC, and Muslim League would accept the plan, तभी जाकर के कॉन्स्टिट्यूंट असेंबली बनेगी. So the main reason Muslim League has rejected, because on the first they are demanding for the two nations, two state partition of India, which the Cripps mission has rejected outrightly, and second on the basis that they are demanding for two different constituent assembly. अब उसमें ये नहीं कि सर फिर दो अलग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की डिमांड कर रहे थे, दे आर डिमांडिंग फॉर टू कॉन्स्टिट्यूंट असेंबली, दे वुड ड्राफ्ट देयर ओन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस. Clear? So this is the two different regions. This is Cripps missions. Is this clear? ठीक है. So and this is failed. So next come in the line cabinet missions. चलिए now come to the cabinet mission. ठीक है. Cabinet missions, and it came in 1946. Who are the members? How many members are there? Who are the members? एक एक करके नाम बताइए. And he was, you have written na, who are whose, yes or no? So Patrick Lawrence is a, so first is Patrick Lawrence, second is Stafford Cripps, and Stafford Cripps is a Lord of the House. मैं अभी नोटबुक खुलवा लूंगा. And the third member is, and who among this is a SOS, Secretary of State? चलिए अब आपसे ऑप्शंस लेते हैं. सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट, इन्होंने कहा एवी अलेक्जेंडर. पैथिक लॉरेंस, एनीबडी एल्स? पैथिक लॉरेंस, पैथिक लॉरेंस, नो, डोंट नो. आप क्लास में थे ना? पैथिक लॉरेंस, ओके. चलिए सो अभी इसको ऐसे रखते हैं. नाउ सेकंड, हु इज अ मेंबर ऑफ कैबिनेट? हु इज अ मेंबर ऑफ कैबिनेट? क्रिप्स. मेंबर ऑफ कैबिनेट, हु इज अ मेंबर ऑफ कैबिनेट आउट ऑफ दिस थ्री? क्रिप्स. मेंबर ऑफ कैबिनेट अलेक्जेंडर. member of cabinet, MOC means member of cabinet, member of cabinet Cripps. And the last Who is an admiral? Alexander. So he is admiral, naval admiral. आपने पूछा भी था सर naval admiral क्या होता है, तो मैंने बताया था कि it is an positions rank in navy similar to that of captain which has been established in all this. ये मुझे याद है कि आपने पूछा था. So he is admiral. He is member of cabinet and he is an SOS, secretary of state. तो वो member, this is a cabinet member of the house. Yes, but he is not lord. He is a member of the cabinet of lord of house. Is it clear? ठीक है. Now what is a scheme under the cabinet missions? आते हैं. जितने पॉइंट है आप याद रखिए. आई विल कमिंग टू यू. लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ यू. आप बताइए, क्योंकि आप बता रहे थे जो आपको याद है उसके लिए आप आंसर पहले. सो दिस विल लेट यू अंडरस्टैंड टू प्रिपेयर फॉर इंटरव्यू कि इंटरव्यू में आपको सिर्फ उतना ही जवाब देना है जितना आपसे पूछा जाए. क्या होता है कि हमें कुछ आता है तो हम चाहते हैं कि हम बता दें, तो हम सेकंड भी नहीं लेते और बता देते हैं, और जब नहीं आता है तो हम चुप हो जाते हैं. तो अगले को पता होता है कि अच्छा ये आता है तो इसलिए ज्यादा बोल रहा है. तो दिस में अ ट्रैप टू ट्रैप यू. तो आपको इतने स्मार्टली अपने आप को डिजाइन करना है डिप्लोमेटिकली कि आपको जो आता है उसके लिए चेहरे पे रिएक्शन नहीं आनी चाहिए. अच्छा ये तो आता है, ये पूछा, ये आता है, तो ये हो जाता है ना हमारे साथ. उसको चेहरे पे लेकर नहीं आना है. आपसे पूछा गया, कुछ सेकंड लीजिए, रुकिए, फिर आंसर कीजिए. तो ये एक इंप्रेशन देगा कि ओ ही मे बी नोइंग. कुछ चीजें हैं, लेकिन कुछ चीजें हैं कि इनको आता है तो तुरंत आंसर दे रहे, नहीं आता तो रुकता ही नहीं. दिस इज द वे ऑफ पर्सनैलिटी, राइट. आपको ऐसे ही आगे आंसर करना है व्हेन यू विल बी इन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. ठीक है. हाँ, सो कमिंग टू दिस कैबिनेट मिशंस. चलिए इसको थोड़ा सा रिफ्रेन कर देता हूँ. क्वेश्चंस. टोटल नंबर ऑफ सीट्स अंडर द कैबिनेट मिशंस व्हिच इज प्रपोज्ड. द नंबर ऑफ सीट्स. कहां से स्टार्ट करें? आपसे स्टार्ट करें, यहां से स्टार्ट करें. चलिए, टोटल नंबर ऑफ सीट्स इन कैबिनेट कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली डिजाइन बाय द कैबिनेट मिशन. देखिए एक्साइटमेंट बताया कि आपको आता है. 399, 299 पक्का. 299 डिवीजन था इसमें. आई एम नॉट आस्किंग राइट. चलिए ठीक है, चलिए आते हैं. हाउ मेनी सीट्स? हाउ मेनी टोटल नंबर ऑफ सीट्स? 389. total number of seats according to cabinet mission 389. 389. yes, so it is 389. ठीक है. चलिए, so 389 was total number of seats. The scheme which provide for the constituent assembly, right? So this constituent assembly would constitute a member from constituent assembly. This total membership is a membership of constituent assembly. So who constitute in constituent assembly? मैं ऑप्शन दूंगा तो आप करेक्ट कर लेंगे, बट आई वांट यू टू चर्न योर ब्रेन. क्या होगा? थोड़ा सा एक्सरसाइज होगा, तो फोकस कीजिए. सो हु कॉन्स्टिट्यूट इन कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली. आ रहा हूं, आप तक भी आऊंगा. मेंबर्स ऑफ मेन टू से लेजिस्लेटिव काउंसिल, ए ना. हु कॉन्स्टिट्यूट. क्वेश्चन समझ रहे हैं? आर यू गेटिंग माई क्वेश्चन? यस और नो? पहले तो ये बताइए. ठीक है. तो इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में कौन कौन है? हु कॉन्स्टिट्यूट अंडर कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली? हु कॉन्स्टिट्यूट. आई एम कमिंग. पहले आपने बताया प्रोविंसेस, देन इंडियन स्टेट्स, एनीथिंग एल्स अदर देन 4 चीफ कमिश्नरी। इज इट क्लियर? प्रोविंसेस का क्या, व्हाट वाज द अरेंजमेंट इन द प्रोविंसेस? What was the arrangement for the provinces? How is the division of these 3 total number of seats? Is there a division? Right. So what was the divisions? No. The exam you are not going to sit in chartered accountant exam, जहां पर calculator use करना है. You are going to sit in the UPSC. So what was the this division of total number of seats? हाँ बताइए. 93. ओके रुक जाइए आई एम कमिंग. ये 4 तो है, चले ठीक है. 3.2. अच्छा टोटल कीजिए इसको. ये तो ऐसे ही 400 पार हो गया. कैलकुलेटर नहीं. दिस इज व्हाट इज ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ हैविंग अ फोन. आप बेसिक कैलकुलेशंस भी नहीं कर सकते हैं. 190 अगेन कैलकुलेट कीजिए इसे. बताइए. यस. सो प्रोविंसेस वर अलाउ फॉर द 292. Indian states were given a 93 seats and then 4 commissionary. क्या है कमिश्नरी? कौन कौन है 4 में से? ऐसे ही कोई नाम है या फिर ऐसे ही जस्ट इट इज बिन इन वेग? आ रहा हूं. एक बताइए. आउट ऑफ 4 टेल 1 एटलीस्ट. एक. So one is Kurg. Is Kurg is in among the 4 commissionary? Yes. Second, Bombay. I don't know. I have no idea. I am just writing it. ये आप बता रहे हैं मुझे. I am new. So another is Bombay. Is Bombay is there among the 4 chief commissionary? इंट्रोवर्ट होने से काम नहीं चलेगा. इंटरव्यू देना है, आईएएस बनना. वहां जाकर आप खड़े हो जाएंगे, 200 पब्लिक घेरी हुई है और 200 में से 150 हुडिंग करने वाली पब्लिक होती है. हुडिंग समझते हैं ना? हाँ. सो एक आईएएस ऑफिसर या पब्लिक फिगर को कभी भी इंट्रोवर्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. बॉम्बे है नहीं, मैं बॉम्बे पूछ रहा हूँ, आप कुर्ग बता रहे हैं. क्या बॉम्बे है? 4 आप ही ने बताया ना 4 कमिश्नरी. सो क्या बॉम्बे है अमंग द 4? नो. सो कौन है फिर? बॉम्बे इज द बॉम्बे इज अमंग देम. राइट. ओके. इज बॉम्बे? नो. सो 3 सेड यस एंड 1 हैव नो. अब यहां पे बॉम्बे है आउट ऑफ द. नो. आपने नोटबुक फिर खोल लिया. ओके. वी गॉट 1 मोर वोटिंग फॉर नो. अब आप बचे. इट इज बॉम्बे इज देयर. I don't know. I don't know what we are going through. This is a new to me. This is new to me. अच्छा चलिए बॉम्बे को अभी फिलहाल रखते हैं. What was the third one among this? पंजाब. I'm coming. Then another one. British Baluchistan. So this is all the 4 commissionary. यही 4 है ना, या इसमें भी कोई? दिस इज ऑल 4. लाहौर. 4 में से 5 कैसे हो सकते हैं सर? किसको हटाना फिर यहाँ पर? बॉम्बे को. आपने बॉम्बे के लिए ना कहा था ना. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ बॉम्बे यू आर सेइंग लाहौर. देखिए है 4 ही, तो 5वां तो मैं लिखूंगा नहीं. So is the 4 or anything you want to add out of this 4? So Punjab is there? Yes, Punjab is there. I'm not asking, I'm not saying that yes it is true, or I'm taking your input. So what you are asking about the Punjab? हाँ तो अच्छा, you are with the Punjab? पंजाब की जगह अजमेर, देखिए पंजाब की जगह अजमेर आ गया वोटिंग में, तो आप तो पंजाब के साथ हैं ना? टू सेट पंजाब। अच्छा, तो अब यहां पर आप देखिए हमारे पास 4 में से 6 हैं, रखने में सिर्फ 4 ही हैं। हम अब ये नहीं कि 2 और बढ़ा दे, 8 नहीं कर सकते हैं। एलिमिनेट पंजाब एंड ओके, तो क्या क्या रखना है? ब्रिटिश बलूचिस्तान, राइट? हाँ ओके, सो मुझे एक अलग सा ऑप्शन रेडी करना होगा जिस पे वोटिंग करनी होगी। सो दिस इज द फाइनल, राइट? यस, तो 4 कमिश्नरीज वेर, फर्स्ट इज कुर्ग, सेकेंड इज अजमेर, थर्ड इज ब्रिटिश बलूचिस्तान एंड फोर्थ इज दिल्ली। दिल्ली, लाहौर नहीं, पंजाब नहीं, बॉम्बे नहीं। बॉम्बे इज अ प्रोविंस, तो प्रोविंस तो ऑलरेडी है वहां पर। पंजाब इज अ प्रोविंस, तो पंजाब तो ऑलरेडी है वहां पर। लाहौर इज अ प्रोविंस, तो लाहौर तो ऑलरेडी है वहां पर। तो फिर चीफ कमिश्नरी कैसे? यूटीज, लाइक यूटी, लाइक यूटीज, तो वो तो ऑलरेडी प्रोविंस में थे, तो उसको आप कैसे रख सकते हो चीफ कमिश्नरी में? तो दिस इज द 4। नाउ आई रिमेंबर all the 4 name. Earlier I was not aware. ठीक है? Is it clear? Now, the provinces has 292 seats. Indian state has 93 seats. Now, is there another arrangements for this provinces and Indian state, or this is all the arrangement has been given? Different arrangement. What are the arrangements? ओके, सो अरे आ रहा हूं मैडम, आ रहा हूं। सो प्रोविंसेस हैव एन इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस, ADE means indirect elections, right? And what is the Indian states? Okay, through the nominations, hey na, right? So what do you mean by indirect elections? अभी मैं बिल्कुल भी लाइबल नहीं हूं एनीथिंग। सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय द इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस? आप हाँ बताइए। एक मिनट, इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शन नहीं नहीं, मैं इसके रिस्पेक्ट में पूछ रहा हूँ। प्रोविंसेस में इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शन था, तो उसका क्या मतलब है? कैसे इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस? इसको रिफ्रेन और कर देता हूँ क्वेश्चंस। हु वेर पार्टिसिपेंट इन प्रोविंसेस, indirect elections of the provinces? अब क्वेश्चन तो ठीक है, who are the participant in a provincial, in provinces? मुझे देखने से कुछ नहीं होगा, नोटबुक देखना पड़ेगा गैप में। तो लोअर हाउस वाले अपर हाउस कलेक्ट कर रहे थे, ओके। तो लोअर हाउस इलेक्टिंग अपर हाउस मेंबर, यही ना, यही कहना चाह रहे हैं आप? ओके, सेम सेम, you don't know, don't know, don't know, okay, what is the procedure? फिर what? So what is the procedure then? अरे तो अब वो हो गया सो गया, अभी का बताइए। जिसने भी आंसर क्वेश्चन पूछा हो, डिड आई आंसर और नॉट? नहीं, क्लास में किसी ने अगर कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट किया हो तो डिड आई रिजॉल्व योर इश्यू और नॉट? आई आंसर्ड, आई डिड. सो नाउ इट्स माय टर्न टू आस्क. अब ये क्योंकि इसने पूछा, उसने पूछा, सबने पूछा, इट्स नॉट एन क्वेश्चन. सो did anyone has raised the issues? Did I resolve that? Yes or no? Right. So it means the questions whoever have been asked, but the concept is clear for everyone. So what is the provisions in the provinces to elect as an indirect? So one of the options what we got here is that he said, what's your good name? Shivam. So as Shivam sir said that the lower house members electing the upper house members for the this from provinces. Okay, do anyone else have any other answers? नहीं. So इसको अभी फिलहाल रिजर्व रखते हैं. Next from the province. Do the provinces have a different constituencies? Do the provinces have a different constituencies? Nahin? No? It means it's a general? Okay. So no, all seats were general. Yahi na? Right? Yes or no? No, all seats were not general. Okay. So what are the arrangements? Sikh, Muslim and general. So you are saying this is the first options for this, and second you are saying it is divided between Muslim, what's your good name? What's your good name? ऋषभ. हाँ, क्या फर्स्ट में दो हैं? मैं अभी आपसे पूछा, आपने बोला मुझे आइडिया नहीं है. So this is an arrangement for the provinces? Yes. Elections indirect, yes, but the only provincial assembly were participating and they were electing. There is no participation of council. आपने लिखा भी होगा शायद ये, right? So this is not the mechanism for this. Indirect election है, but representative from the provincial assembly, they were participating in electing the members to the constituent assembly. Is this clear? Yes or no? Right? And then these three, the provinces, in the provinces seats were divided between three: Muslim constituencies, communal representations, Sikh and general. Is this clear? Members? Yes. Yes. This is an indirect election. Direct elections where all the participant, all the peoples were participating in election. Like जो अगर example के लिए मैं आपको बताऊं अभी फिलहाल, not to this but to the example, लोक सभा elections where people were voting, so that is direct. People choosing their direct representative. But in president elections, did people were participating in elections? No. This houses were participating meant it is an indirect election. So indirect elections, if we talk about the indirect elections, so we are saying that it means that first people voting for the representative, then this representative will vote for the president. So this is an indirect elections, not direct election. Direct where people were directly involved in the process of choosing their representative. ये डायरेक्ट हो गया, ठीक है, जहां पर आपका इन्वॉल्वमेंट डायरेक्ट है, तभी हम इसको रिप्रेजेंटेटिव गवर्नमेंट कहते हैं, डायरेक्ट गवर्नमेंट नहीं कहते हैं. सो पीपल directly choosing representative and then this representative on the behalf of people forming government, legislating bill and choosing the president, vice president. I get my point. हाँ पूछे पूछे. What will come? मतलब first time people what will come? People has chosen their representative to provincial assembly. Then these members of provincial assembly, not council. We're not talking about the council. Council were not been participated in choosing the members to the constituent assembly. Rather only the provincial assembly members. So these provincial assembly members on the basis of these 3 division of seats were choosing the members. They are sent to the constituent assembly. Is this clear? Yes or no? ठीक है, right? Now moving to the next question related to constituent assembly. Do the constituent assembly is subject to dissolutions before its tenure? Yes or no? Constituent assembly is subject to dissolution. Yes, okay. Yes, you need to state the reason also, the why you are saying yes. Okay. No, I am not asking for the reason, I am answering the answer. Yes or no? You are not in the class. No. Okay, we got another no. Yes. Yes. So one no, you abstain from voting, and rest says yes. So coming to the minorities from the no. Why no? I mean the constituent assembly cannot be dissolved. It is a permanent house. अबे आप दोनों में ना नहीं कह सकते हैं. हाँ, तो डिसॉल्यूशन का मतलब यही होता है. अगर ये डिसॉल्व नहीं हो रही, इट मींस इट इज अ परमानेंट हाउस. यस यस, मेरा भी यही क्वेश्चन है. क्या आप कंप्लीशन से पहले कभी भी एनी टाइम within a 6 month of formations or within a 6 year of formations, do the constituent assembly is subject to dissolutions within a 6 month also from its formations? When was the first meeting do the constituent assembly held? The first sitting of the constituent assembly was held on what December? To 2023, 2022, 2022 December, 9th December. पूरा बोला कीजिए ना, दिसंबर. दिसंबर में 2024. तो इट इज सब्जेक्ट. अब फिर आपको ऑप्शन चाहिए, इज इज सब्जेक्ट टू डिसोल्यूशंस बिफोर 6 months. No, this is the same questions. Why? If that Lok Sabha is subject to dissolution, is Lok Sabha subject to dissolutions? Dissolution means what? That it has a fixed term. It can be dissolved any time, either after completing the term or before completing the term. This is what we mean by the dissolutions. Now, if you want a exhaustive questions, let's again come to the questions. Do the constituent assembly is subject to dissolutions before completion of the term or after completion of the term? Now is it clear? That's it, a term. That is a tenure. Means do the constituent assembly can be dissolved before completing the job of constitutions? Can it be dissolved before completing? चलिए इसको ऐसे कर लेते हैं, आप जिसमें खुश रहिए. My purpose only is to make you happy. feel happy. So can the Constituent Assembly, before completing the constitutions, can it be dissolved? Now you want to change your answer? You will not say. अभी तो आपने इतना लंबा चौड़ा बहस किया, फिर कह रहा है I will not say. Why? अगर आपके मन में गाली नहीं आ रहा, बाकी आ रहा, तो आप दे सकते हैं, नॉट एन इश्यूज. फिर इतना पैसा आपने किया ही क्यों? Yes, it is subject to dissolutions. Before or after does not matter. There is a provision that Constituent Assembly can be dissolved. ठीक है, चलिए next. Who has a power to dissolve? Okay, so we can say that by Constituent Assembly itself. So Constituent Assembly itself can dissolve its Constituent Assembly, or do anyone wants to change? Do the Governor General has power to dissolve the Constituent Assembly? Crown, British Parliament, President of the Constituent Assembly? Yes. So we got another. Yes, by the President of Constituent Assembly. And by what authority he has been allowed? तो ऐसा तो एक मेंबर भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंट असेंबली का, तो वो क्या खड़ा होकर बोल देगा डिसॉल्व कर दो? यस. सो only it can be dissolved through the Constituent Assembly member itself by passing a resolutions with majority of 2/3 members. Passing a resolutions for dissolutions 2/3 members. ठीक है? Is Constituent Assembly, another questions, on the basis of cabinet missions 1946, is a sovereign body? Do you understand the meaning of sovereign? Yes or no? What's your good name? Abhishek. So do it is a sovereign, do it has a sovereignty under the, do you get my questions? Under the cabinet mission plan, when on which it was based, do cabinet mission has provided a sovereignty, a sovereign body? Yes. So now we are discussing about the sovereignty. Yes. 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 आप लोग पैरेलल में इनके पास एंथुसियाज्म देखिए. यस, बट आप डाउन हो जाते हो एनर्जी में, पता नहीं. यस. सो नो, इट इज नॉट सोवरेन. It is not sovereign. I am coming to that. It was sovereign, made a sovereign through the India Independence Act 1947, not through the cabinet. आपने लिखा होगा, you can go through it. So through the cabinet mission it was not sovereign, but it made sovereign through India Independence Act 1947. How? My next question is how? आपने सुना नहीं पूरा क्वेश्चन? This is what we call it as a conceptual question. Yes. So next, now we have seen that it was a, though earlier it was not a sovereign body. Do you understand the meaning sovereign? Of full capacity, but it was made sovereign through the India Independence Act 1947. Through what provisions? I am asking to you. Shivam, right? Abhishek, Rishabh, Sharif Sahab, मानवी, अभिषेक, गुड. हाँ, तो बताइए शिवम साहब. थ्रू व्हाट प्रोवि आपका नाम है रूही, हाँ, सो वी हैव टाइम, आप टाइम देख रहे हैं ना, अच्छा, हाँ बताइए. Question is that we have discussed that the Constant Assembly was not sovereign through the cabinet mission plans, but it was made sovereign through India Independence Act. But to make us sovereign, there would be some provisions would be stated in India Independence Act. Yes or no? Yes or no? So what are those provisions? I am asking that. It means, let me reframe my questions once again. Now here what we are going, I am asking is what were the changes made in the Constituent Assembly through the India Independence Act. Now it may be a simpler questions now in a simple language. No changes. So do the India Independence Act 1947 have made some changes in Constituent Assembly? Yes. पता नहीं आप मैम, you don't know है वहां पर चेंजेस. सो लेट मी डिस्कस वन बाय वन, ठीक है, सबको मौका मिलना चाहिए. सो लेट टॉक अबाउट द फर्स्ट. व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट चेंज? आई एम कमिंग मैम, प्लीज. Okay, so you can say that through this act, the Constituent Assembly empowered through the 1947 Act to modify or to reject Government of India Act 1935 and also India Independence Act. I am coming to you. I will give you a chance to elaborate. जब मैं देता हूं तब आप करते नहीं हो. आप दूंगा और आप रिकॉर्ड भी रखूंगा. So this is what is this only one? Another chart. Okay, so elaborate this one through making me understand that under what provision this power is given to them. That is written. I'm asking. That is written. Yes. No. You need to explain this, na. So I'm asking that this power, that is power to repeal, reject, or to modify the Government of India Act 1935 and India. That is previous means 1935 and the 1947 itself. Under what provisions this power is given to Constituent Assembly? Give me an explanations, and I am asking her for explanations. Give me explanations. So who will explain? Let's take a competitions. Those who know the answer, raise your hand. कोई नहीं तो मैं उनसे पूछूंगा जिन्होंने हाथ खड़े नहीं किए. So do you get my questions? Yes, the Constituent Assembly was empowered to modify, repeal, or reject any of the Act 1935, even the amendments of the 1935, even the rules, regulations, any bylaws, anything, or they can all together reject the Act, including the 1940. But under what provision this power is given to them? 1947 says what about the Constituent Assembly? That under that provision this has been allowed, because this has been, this point shows that Constituent Assembly was made sovereign. हाँ, अरे पूछ ही रहा हूं. This is the power of a pressure. You pressurize. So you come closer. Yes, to answer this question, this power is given to the Constituent Assembly through a provisions that from now onwards, 1947, the British Parliament has lose its responsibility and sovereignty, and Constituent Assembly will also be empowered to perform as a Parliament of India. Parliament, not mini parliament, not provisional parliament, parliament. It is then allowed to enact ordinary law also. Ordinary law, that is to act as an parliament. No, I am coming to that. I am coming to this. I am coming to that. I am coming to that. I am coming to that. Is this clear? No? No. So India Independence Act 1947 has made changes into the Constituent Assembly. First, in terms of membership. क्या membership में change हुआ था? चलिए इसको ना point wise कर लेते हैं. In terms of membership, is the membership of the Constituent Assembly changed through the yes? What were the changes? Indian country? From 389, the membership come to 299. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. No, this was not the arrangement. So out of 389, 299 membership came down. ठीक है. Second, Constituent Assembly made sovereign. ये सब आपने लिखा है शायद, ये पॉइंट लिखा है ना, changes made by the, right? So this is what you have written. Sovereign. How made sovereign? So third, if we say that this act empowered the Constituent Assembly to function as an Indian Parliament. हाँ तो ठीक है, इसमें क्या है? मैं कहाँ इशू कर रहा था? हाँ, यस, भारत का संविधान तो लिख, हिंदी में तो भारत ही होता है. ठीक है. तो दिस इज हाउ पार्लियामेंट पावर दिया, एंड इट सेज दैट नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स इंडियन पार्लियामेंट कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली विल आल्सो बी अलाउड टू मेक रूल्स और लॉज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑर्डिनरी लेजिस्लेशंस. And under this power, under this provisions, they were allowed to repeal, either they can amend any part of the Government of India Act 35 or 1947, or even they can altogether reject the whole act also. So through this it has been made sovereign body. ठीक है. आप क्वेश्चन पूछे, क्या पूछ रहे थे? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन या कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली? ओके. नो 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 नो. अभी यहां तक कोई डाउट है तो पूछिए. आई विल कम टू दैट. दिस इज अ कंफ्यूजन, लैक ऑफ रिवीजन. No, it can be anything. The statement may be the questions. So this is because of lack of revisions. This, if you go through the notes ना, ये जितने मैंने short में लिखे हैं ना, आपने सब points में लिखे हुए हैं. Just open the changes made through. just for now, just open that page where you have written the changes made by the India Independence Act. Yes, basics. Yes, आ रहा हूं मैं उस पर, अभी रुक तो जाइए ना. यहां तक लिखा है कि नहीं आपने? ये लिखा है ना, लिखा है ना. व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग, राइट नाउ. चलिए अपन कीजिए, हो गया, पूरा नहीं देखना है. क्लोज द बुक, दिस इज नॉट एन ओपन एग्जाम. ठीक है, नाउ कमिंग टू बैक. So do anything else changes were made through this amendments? Now coming to your point, it was given but through 1947 act, not through the cabinet mission plan. So cabinet, अब आप जो इसकी बात कर रहे हैं ना, the fourth changes what was made through the 1947 was this, that now onwards the Constituent Assembly will perform two functions. One, as a constitution making body, that is as a Constituent Assembly, and the second as a Parliament. Yes, yes, and this changes was made through the 1947 act. This was the provisions, because if you open the provisions of India Independence Act, the first point what you have written is that British Parliament laws its responsibility and sovereignty. आपने India Independence Act का provisions you have written, yes or no? Come to the page where you have written and see the very first point. Anyone? The very first point, very first heading, what you have written? Abolition of sovereignty and responsibility of the British Parliament. It means now they have given this power to the Constituent Assembly to make any ordinary law. Yes, and through this point, बंद कीजिए अब. Through this point, the Constituent Assembly was made a sovereign body. So earlier it was not a sovereign. Okay? And the fourth changes what we have seen is this. It is given a dual function. At first instance, for what it was made, that is to draft the constitutions, right? Second functions which was assigned through the India Independence Act 1947 was to act as a parliament, the power to legislate an ordinary law, and under that as legislations as an ordinary law, it was made sovereign. Are you getting my point? ठीक है, is this clear? Right? Next question. How this function has to be performed by the Constituent Assembly? Okay, not on a single sitting, on a two separate sittings. Okay, I got it. Yes, it is right. Now, who presides on which sitting? Who presides on which sitting? Which sitting? Who's gonna preside over the sitting? Who was the president? Dr. Rajendra Prasad will preside over as an president. आ रहा हूं, आप तक भी आऊंगा. जिस क्वेश्चन का आंसर आप जानते हो मैं वो नहीं पूछूंगा. दिस इज हाउ लाइफ गोज ना, जो हमें चाहिए वो नहीं मिलता है ना. जिसका आंसर मुझे लगता है कि यू आर नॉट, इसलिए अपने एक्साइटमेंट को बचा के रखिए. अगर आप किसी आंसर, दिस इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू कन्वे द मैसेज. यस, तो ये क्यों ऐसा होता है? बिकॉज वी आर वेरी नहीं नहीं नहीं, दैट्स नॉट द थिंग कि चाहने का मतलब ही नहीं है. नहीं चाहेंगे तो फिर दैट इज लाइक एन एनिमल एग्जिस्टेंस. No, that's also not the thing. What I am trying to say is that don't be an outspoken about your goal. Don't let the world know what you are doing. They will come to know through your result. What I'm trying to convey. आपको पता है कि मुझे क्या चाहिए, सबको बताने की जरूरत क्यों है? दुनिया इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, आप किसी को शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात मिलकर आपको उसके लिए मिलाती नहीं. दिस इज ऑल हैपन ओनली इन दिस शाहरुख खान एंड दीपिका पाडुकोन मूवीज. व्हाट इन द रियल लाइफ हैज, पूरी कायनात आपको चाहते कि उससे न मिलो. सो इट इज बेटर कि व्हाट यू वांट कीप इट एट योर्स एंड वर्क हार्ड फॉर दिस, दैट विल बी बेटर. यहां पर भी वही आपको करना है. आपको आंसर आता है तो अपने आप को एक्सप्रेशन में ऐसा रखिए कि मुझे पता ही नहीं चले कि आपको इसका आंसर आता है. तो हो सकता है ये क्वेश्चन मैं आपको पूछूं और यू एक्ट लाइक ओके दिस में बी द आंसर. तो नहीं, यू आर राइट, आपको अंदर लग रहा है पता था मुझे. दिस इज हाउ यू नीड टू मास्टर. सो देयर इज टू ओनली थिंग्स in the interview, whether interview can be conducted how the members want or how the members rule that interview. The second way, it can be run how you want. आप जैसे चाहे इंटरव्यू को वैसा चला सकते हैं, मेंबर्स जैसा चाहे इंटरव्यू को वैसा चला सकते हैं. इट टोटली डिपेंड्स ऑन योर बिहेवियर. This is nothing related to geography. No, but I can help you in it, but there is a limitations na, often human limitations. I cannot teach every topic ना, फिर आप भी बोर हो जाए. No, I just only go for the GS paper 2. I don't even take the optional also. इसी से टाइम नहीं मिलता. Now what I'm saying that what you need to do, how you can, that the question is that you can make this is what and useful to you. It may be it like कि अभी आपको ऐसा लग रहा हो सर प्रीलिम इंटरव्यू के बाद हम बाद में करेंगे. No one is going to give you this. Interview is only run on the two basis. Either the whole interview of your interview, whether with the 40 minutes, 45 or 1 hour, can be controlled by the chairman. I mean the chair, the control members panel, or it can be controlled by you. So what you want, first of all, out of these two, what you want? You want that this interview should be controlled by you. So to that you need to master your own emotions. What happened in interview is that suppose if anything the panel asked questions, and as soon as you hear the questions you come to expressions at oh ye to mere now I will hit a 6. So this can be imagined, this can be acknowledged by this members. इस क्वेश्चन में बहुत कंफर्टेबल है तो ये आंसर कर रहा है. लेट्स ट्विस्ट द क्वेश्चन. सो टेक ए पॉज, डोंट मेक इट कि जितना पूछा जाए आंसर उतना ही दीजिए, क्योंकि इंटरव्यू में आपके आंसर से ही क्वेश्चन बनेगा. मैंने पूछा हाउ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली वाज फॉर्म्ड, तो सेड इट फॉर्म ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कैबिनेट मिशन, देयर वाज दिस. क्वेश्चन क्या था, आपने दिया आंसर क्या, मैं उसमें और कुछ निकालूंगा. Are you getting my point? So my point is कि जितना पूछा जाए आंसर उतना ही. स्मार्टली टेक ए पॉज. हाँ आपको आता है, आप एवरीवन नोज बिकॉज यू हैव अ नॉलेज, तभी आप इंटरव्यू में पहुंचे हैं. नहीं होता तो नहीं पहुंचते. तो दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू टेस्ट योर नॉलेज. अभी कर लिया मेंस में उन्होंने, अभी तो आप इंटरव्यू तक पहुंचे ना. यू हैव अ नॉलेज, देन ओनली यू रीच. नाउ व्हाट यू दे वांट टू टेस्ट हाउ यू बिहेव इन अ प्रेशर सिचुएशंस. कहीं आपके फेवरेबल सिचुएशंस में आप कैसे बिहेव करने लगते हो, बारिश देखकर कहीं नाचने लगे या आराम से खड़े हो. दिस इज एन एग्जांपल हाउ यू. सो व्हाट यू नीड टू कंट्रोल योर इमोशंस. ठीक है, दिस ओके, आपने पॉज लिया, यू नीड टू आंसर. बहुत बार क्या होता है कि क्वेश्चन पूछते आपको लगा ओके दिस इज क्वेश्चन ऑन व्हाट प्लान द कैबिनेट मिशन कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली फॉर्म. तो अक्सर कैबिनेट मिशंस, मैंने क्वेश्चन को चेंज कर दिया आप जब तक आंसर दे रहे हैं. सो लेट द एग्जामिनर फिनिश द क्वेश्चंस, टेक ए पॉज, देन आंसर. तो आंसर ओनली द अमाउंट, एक्सटेंट ऑफ अमाउंट विच इज रिक्वायर्ड, नॉट मोर देन दैट. तो वो चाहे कि कुछ और बोल तब तो मैं निकालूं, आप उतना ही बोल रहे हो जितना वो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं. तो इट मीन यू आर लिमिटिंग देम कि मैं आपको ऑप्शन दूंगा ही नहीं. कि आप और आगे बढ़ो. सो दिस इज हाउ यू कैन कंट्रोल योर इंटरव्यूज. और कुछ लोग हैं जो कि कुछ थोड़ा ज़्यादा बताते हैं, तो आपके आंसर से पॉइंट निकलता चला गया. वो तो ये देखना चाहते हैं कि आप में ऐसे सिचुएशंस को हैंडल करने का प्रेशर है या नहीं. एडवर्स सिचुएशन जहां आपको कुछ नहीं पता हो, तो 16 के टेम्परेचर एसी में भी आपको पसीना चल रहा हो. नो सॉरी सर, सॉरी मैम. हो सकता है पहले 10 क्वेश्चन आपको आते ही नहीं हो, आते हो भूल गए हो, पर आईएएस का इंटरव्यू का प्रेशर अलग होता है. तो इट मे बी चांसेस, तो बट यू शुड हैंडल द प्रेशर. इट इज नॉट अबाउट योर नॉलेज. अगेन आई एम सेइंग it is all about your attitude of handling the pressures, how you handle, how, because suppose that when you got selected and now you need to be performed as an administrator, so in a public there would be a resentment of public against the government, and you are a servant of the government, you are a representative, now you are coming on behalf of government, there would be a resentment. तब वहां पर तो आप, अगर आप पहले ही दब गए और रोने लगे, पसीने पसीने हो, तो द पब्लिक विल डैमेज योर रेपुटेशंस. आजकल तो सोशल मीडिया का नेटवर्किंग साइट है, तो अभी तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. सो दिस इज हाउ यू नीड टू डील द सिचुएशन, एडवर्स सिचुएशंस क्वाइटली. दैट इज अ मैनेजमेंट. हाउ स्मार्टली यू कम एंड रिजॉल्व द इश्यूज फॉर द टाइम बिंग. ठीक है आप टेंशन नहीं, बिल्कुल हम इस पे करेंगे, आप बिल्कुल टेंशन न लें, बैठिए बैठिए प्लीज. आपको पता है कि यू आर नॉट इन अ पोजिशन टू हैंडल दिस, और यू आर नॉट इन अ पोजिशन टू रिजॉल्व दिस, बट फॉर द टाइम बिंग उस समय का सिचुएशंस को आप संभाल ले रहे हैं अगर, दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. तो दिस इज व्हाट इज एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम यू एज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. by showing, see, this is not something what can be taught, right? This can be inculcated through practices. You need to practice, you need to master your emotions. That is more important ना. अब मान लीजिए कि आपको कुछ नहीं आ रहा, वहां बैठकर रोने लगे इंटरव्यू में, तो आपको पानी पिला देंगे, लेकिन सिलेक्शन तो नहीं लेंगे. क्या ले लो, रो रहा है ले लो. तब रोने लगे फिर तो सीट से ज्यादा रोएंगे तो कितनों को लिया जाएगा. Agree my point? So it is only who can honor your emotions. Nobody else is going to honor your emotions. Body movement. हाँ, तो that is a अब नहीं, you can use the way how you talk is more important. If you need an expressions that you can explain, but this is what I'm saying, that one questions where you are comfortable, you're using all your emotions and all your channels to explain, but where you do not, so this is how you need. If you're using all this, so you need to, in the explanations there you need to actions for every questions na? Yes. If you have, now suppose while answering the questions you do this, answer this, so this is bad impressions. मैं सपोज करो यहाँ पढ़ा रहा हूँ आपको और बगले खुजलाता ना पढ़ाता, कैसा दिखेगा? नहीं दिखेगा ना. तो ये भी तो इंटरव्यू भी तो ऐसा ही है ना. आप मूवमेंट कर सकते हैं, इफ यू वांट यू कैन डू. वहां पर तो खुला चेयर होता है, एक साइकोलॉजिस्ट भी बैठा होता है जो आपके बॉडी मूवमेंट को रीड करता है कि आप ऐसे तो नहीं कर रहे हो, शेक तो नहीं कर रहे हो. बहुत लोग ऐसे करते रहते हैं नर्वसनेस में, तो ये सब वहां पर मार्किंग होते रहती है. आपके चेहरे से पता चलता है कि यू आर नर्वस और नॉट. तो दिस हैज नॉट टू बी डन. दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू बी डू, प्रैक्टिस ऑन योर रेगुलर बेसिस. परफेक्शंस की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं. देयर डोंट गो फॉर द परफेक्शंस बिकॉज देयर इज नो सच थिंग ऑफ theories of perfections. Existence of perfection is not been in existence. ठीक है, but you need to learn all these things. This is how you can learn. So try to hold, always remind yourself to be in a conscious, right? Always try to be performed. So whenever you are in class, answering, talking to any faculties or teachers or anyone, staff, so need to be behaving like that. Now I am for the interviews. Okay? Because that is a professional where the institutions or the anyone is not going to pamper you. Pampering you are going to get in a home. Nobody else is going to pamper you. ठीक है? तो आप पापा की परी हैं या मम्मा की दुलारे, that is only to the limited to home, house, not outside world. So this is need to be done, and as an administrator you should learn this. ठीक है? Coming to the back. So this is clear. So these were the changes made by the 1947 Act. There are 4 changes. First, membership changes, right? Which after the 1947, do any area in India, do any provinces in India have gone to the election? Do any area or provinces after 1947 Act gone for election, or there is no election was held, only the membership was reduced? Do you getting my questions? No, you're not getting it. What I am asking, that after Act of India Independence Act, the membership was reduced from here to here. Yes, right? So do any area in Indian province which come under the Indian province after partitions, do they go for the elections to elect their member in the Constituent Assembly, or there was no election held after 1947 after partition was announced? I don't know. My question is, do after 1947 हुआ था election, अभी भी आज भी हो रहा है, कल भी होगा, तो you are going to answer for 2024. It is a general, it is a common sense when I am asking that after immediately after partitions, do any area in Indian province go for the elections? Now it is clear. Yes. So do it go for any area and any provinces for the elections? Yes. Which one? But you said the princely state is going to be done through the nominations. The members of a princely state coming to the Constituent Assembly came through nominations. Arey madam, I'm not asking about 1952. यही क्वेश्चन होगा एग्जाम में. इसको आप क्वेश्चन को एग्जाम में कैसे बोलेंगे? फोन लगे यूपीएससी को और इसको एक्सप्लेन करने बोलिए. My question is, after India Independence Act, the India was divided, right? And the members to the Constituent Assembly was reduced from 389 to 299, right? And do any provinces after India Independence Act 1947, do any provinces in India go for elections to choose its member to Constituent Assembly, or there was no election held after 1947? India Independence Act 19. Now is it clear? इतना specifically clearance exam में नहीं होगा, तो try to infer the questions. Confuse करना काम है. मैंने बताया कि prelims would be an eliminations test, जहां आपको eliminate किया जाएगा. So do there was an election held after 1947? Yes. Yes. So there are 2 provinces which go for the election, that is West Bengal and East Punjab. Those area which were came under the Indian province after Constituent Assembly after 1947. Yes. Is this clear? ठीक है. So this is something which I have done, right? चलिए. तो पूरे क्लास में मैंने रिवीजन में निकाली आपकी. So one last questions, and the answer everyone has to give honestly. In this last 4 days in this vacations, have you studied? No. नो। कुछ ने पढ़ा, कुछ ने बिल्कुल पढ़ाई नहीं की। आपने बिल्कुल नहीं की, आपने भी बिल्कुल नहीं की, आपने की, आपने की नहीं की। आपने ज्योग्राफी पढ़ी है, आपने ज्योग्राफी पढ़ी है, ओके, आपने पढ़ाई की है बट ये नहीं पढ़े, ठीक है, दैट्स अ ऑनेस्ट आंसर। क्यों नहीं की सर? रिलैक्स, रिलैक्स, ऐसे काम नहीं चलेगा, रिलैक्स नहीं होना जब तक सिलेक्शन नहीं होता है। आपके लिए कोई हॉलीडे नहीं। अगर आपका मूड ऑफ है तो देर इज ओनली वन वे हाउ योर मूड कैन बी, यू कैन फील गुड। इफ योर मूड इज ऑफ, पढ़ाई कीजिए। इफ देर इज अ ब्रेकअप, पढ़ाई कीजिए। इफ यू आर नॉट फीलिंग वेल, स्टडी। If you are happy, study. If you are sad, study. If there is any problem in your personal life, then also study. So this is only one remedy to everything, is study. And this is not what I am saying, this has been stated by the Sunil Chetri. Do you know them? Do you know who is Sunil Chetri? Indian football team captain Sunil Chetri. And once in an interview he has been asked that what is the mantra for your success. So he said monotonous. If you want to become a success, you have a life of monotonous. Don't expect an adventurous life. Your life should be monotonous, first of all thing. And when we talk about the monotonous, we are talking about a same repetitive routine. So he said his life was monotonous. 6 बजे उठना, 8 बजे तक ट्रेनिंग करना, फिर नाश्ता करना, फिर ट्रेनिंग करना, फिर सोना, फिर ट्रेनिंग करना. So this is the same process of is been continuously for his, right. Second, he said that whenever he feel, if you are feeling sad, practice. If there is a problem, practice. If you have a problem in personal life, practice. If you have a breakup, practice. If there is a problem in family, practice. If you are not feeling well, practice. So don't, as an student, as an aspirant of an UPSC, don't expect a life to be adventurous till selections. Keep it monotonous. Boring. बहुत boring life है यार तुम्हारी. Yes. The demand of the examination is that your life should be boring. Adventurous करेंगे तो मुश्किल होगा फिर selections में. So same routine, same process, same jagah, same time should be continued till the process of selections. Is this clear? Chaliye. So let's move to the, so this here what we have seen, the constant assembly movement. Now next, so changes, what changes by the Indian Independence Act we have seen. Okay. The next what is a objective resolutions. So anything you want to ask from all this discussions? Anything, anyone? Right. So next is what we are going to do is objective resolutions, right. This was moved by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on 3rd of December 1947. So it says that the basic idea of the objective resolution was to lay down the fundamentals and philosophy of the constitutional structure, right. And this objective resolutions came to be the part of the constitutions through in terms of preamble. 13th of December 1946 and passed in 1947 January, right. So objective resolutions which was moved by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was came to be known as an in constitution as a preamble. Is it clear? So write down what are the points under the objective resolutions, what talks about. Okay. So objective resolutions, points of objective resolutions. First point, this what you can write. It was moved by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on the 13th of December 1946. This 2 points you should write. आपकी फ्रेंड किधर है? शी इज नॉट हियर. ओके, डन. देख लिया. नाउ write down point of objective resolutions, provisions of objective resolutions. First point, first on 9th of December 1946. No, on that day, they have they have taken oath and started the sitting. First sitting, first met on that day. So they have taken oath, right? Then they have elected the president. Then they started the functioning. No, that is moved on. Yes, in the first sitting, but in the first sitting only, but not on the first day. Okay. Right on the first point. The Constituent Assembly declares its form and solemn. The Constituent Assembly declares its forms and solemn. Forms, FIRM, forms and solemn, SOLEMN. Solemn resolve to proclaim India being an independent sovereign republic. To proclaim India being an independent sovereign republic. Next point. All the power and the authority of independent sovereign India, all the power and authority of independent sovereign India, comma, independent sovereign India, comma, its constituent part, yes, PART, parts, constituent parts, and organ of presidency, and organs of presidencies shall be derived from its people. ठीक है. Can anyone let me understand this point? What does this point means to say? What you have written, the second point. It is talking about the direct elections. Yeah, but what is exactly means? So hyphen, put an hyphen, write down advocating democracy. Hyphen around this point and write, and it is objective result advocated democracy. So democracy means where a participations of people is held, where the source of power is people, not the any law or any individuals, organizations, rather it is a source of people. So peoples who have been given the ultimate power, so it means they are advocating democracy. Third point, people shall be guaranteed justice, and secured social, economic and political equality, and secured social, economic and political equality of status and opportunity. Status and opportunity. Clear? Comma. Equal before law or equality before law, comma, equality before law, comma, freedom of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, worship, vocation, VOCATION, vocation. What is vocation? वो तो आपने लिखा ऊपर, thoughts, expressions. I'm talking about the vocation, not vocal. Vocation. Yes. Vocations means what you are free to choose what you want to practice as a means, whatever the career you want. So that is an freedom. Comma, associations, comma, associations, actions and public morality. Right? Hyphen, advocating rights. Advocating rights, RIGHTS. So these are the rights given to the people. It has a right to freedom of thoughts, expressions. Yes or no? Sorry? No, that is continuation of the point, na? Third point what you have written is that people shall be guaranteed justice and secured social, economic, political equality of status and opportunity, comma, equality of equal before law, comma, freedom of thoughts, expressions, belief, faith, worship, vocations, and right. So this is advocating rights, giving rights to the individuals. Next point. Under objective resolution, that adequate safeguards will be provided for. Adequate safeguards will be provided for minorities, comma, backward and tribal areas, बहुत ज्यादा तो है, वो तो आई मीन दिखते नहीं है. Yes, that is what welfare of state is about ना. आप किसी को भी छोड़ नहीं सकते ना पीछे, डेमोक्रेटिक. यस यस यस. संविधान में सिर्फ ट्राइबल्स का ध्यान नहीं रखा गया है, संविधान में हर किसी का ध्यान रखा गया है, हर अ सिंगल इंडिविजुअल, इवन आपका भी. संविधान आपको भी हर चीज की राइट्स देता है. Right. Now when we talk about the tribals के लिए ज्यादा है, because this tribal, this backward, this minorities has been deprived of the economic, social, political rights for thousands of years. So to make them upliftment, to bring them to the at par or the equal platforms, they need an extra efforts. So that is that. Because of this, it has been provided, right? And why not trust, a need of a trust, right? So that is given. How do they? How? Through being participant in the office, being participant in employment, through doing businesses, through educations, through participant in the economic sector. They have been also, right, because they have been deprived of this educations, they have been deprived of this social welfare. So and education especially, they are not in a formations or capabilities to produce or to be a part of the economic activities. So to provide them an educations, to make them an in the main actions of the society, main role of the society, participate in the main forces. So this is how they are going to participate and contribute in the economic. This is what about the democracy India has. So India does not have only an options to or only for the certain sections, rather it is an objective that not a single entity, individual should be left behind. That's the reason why we have gone for the parliamentary form of government. We have not chosen the presidential because of this reason, that parliamentary form of government give representative to each and every individual in the nook and corner, which the presidential form of government do not provide, and make a responsible to the government to the last man of the in the country. That is related to every individuals. So we focus more on an individual rights rather on a community rights. Yes or no? That's how it has been provided. Yes, I have no idea, but she has been from this Chota Nagpur region. So she has been Santhal. Yes. So she's been, yes, so that is big. This is a beauty of the Indian democracy, that America took around 300 years to make a black president. Though they are very much developed, though they are very much advanced nations, right, but they took around 300 years. They have been independent, they have been completed with their this constitution is in 1700s, the latter half of the 1700. But the Obama got a chance in 21st century to be the first black president of, to become a first black president of America. No one is before the Obama was a black president of America, right? But India, within a span of 70 years, it has a women president, it has a minority president, it has a tribal president, it has an backward president. So it is given a participant to every individuals a chance to be hold the highest office. Minority, Gyani Jail Singh was come from the Sikh community. Minority, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Gyani Jail Singh, have you heard about the name of the Gyani Jail Singh? No, he was a president. प्रेसिडेंट का नाम तो जानना होगा ना आपको, ठीक है? So this is how, so we can, so India has done more progress on its constitutional basis. It's clear? So write down. So adequate safeguard will be provided for minorities, backward and tribal areas, and depressed classes, and depressed classes, and depressed classes, and backward classes. That is backward. Then we are writing backward classes, right? Hyphen. For example, part 10th, part 10th of the constitutions talk about scheduled area of the scheduled area and tribal area. Part 10th of the constitutions dedicated to scheduled area and tribal area. And part 16th of the constitutions and tribal areas dedicated to scheduled area and tribal area. And part 16 is related to special provisions for certain classes. Yes, in his time. हाँ, तो मैं भी तो ही कह रहा हूँ. Next point. Certain classes, relating to certain classes. Next point, under objective resolutions. Government of the center shall maintain the integrity of the territory of Jyotibai Phule is a male and Savitri Bai is his wife, and both have worked for the betterment, upliftment of the backward classes in terms of educations and for the women educations, in the field of women educations. So Maharashtra, there is a place known as a Pune, where the university was named after the Savitri Bai Phule University, from where I have graduated. Like in that name came after I passed out. Yeah, I have done graduation from no, I am from Bihar. Yes, I have been 28 states. I have been in for 28 states of India. Chaliye, that's a different thing. So it is Savitri Bai Phule, where you will come to learn when you will be learning in history now, cultural and socio-economic development in India. So there the role of Jyotibai Phule and Savitribai Phule was important for the deprived section classes. So government at the center shall maintain the integrity of the territory of the Republic of India and its sovereign rights on land sea, and air, based on law of civilized nation of the world. Based on law of civilized nation of the world, which means that India is advocating for the rule of law. India has always been advocating for rule of law. Okay? Yes. In IR also we have seen that India has always been focusing on maintaining the multipolar world order, and always been focusing on that the world should be governed through world rule of law. Right? Next point, the ancient land that is India, attained its rightful and honored place. Attend its rightful and honored place honored place in the world of peace and welfare of mankind. In the world of peace and welfare of mankind. In the world of peace and the welfare of mankind. Mankind, right? So this is an points related to objective resolutions, right? Now write on the small heading. Next, working of Constituent Assembly. Working of Constituent Assembly. Write down 2-3 points related to this. Working of Constituent Assembly. First, the Constituent Assembly held its first meeting. The Constituent Assembly held its first meeting on 9th of December 1946. 9th of December 1946. Next, the Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. Sachidanand Sinha. Have you heard the name of this personality, the Sachidanand Sinha? So in what respect? How many of you have heard about him? How many of you heard about this? So you. So in what terms respect? Okay, yes. So he was at first. So you are writing Dr. Sachidanand Sinha, the oldest member of the Constituent Assembly, was elected as a temporary president. Was elected as a temporary president. Was elected as a temporary president of assembly following the French practice. Following the French practice. No, he was a permanent, right? So what happens that when this assembly was formed, so there was in a French, there in India also there is a practice. You may be heard about the pro tem speaker. Yeah, speaker pro tem, right? So this is like same kind of things, that Constituent Assembly has chosen Dr. Sachidanand Sinha as an temporary president to help the House. Two things. His function was two. First, it to administer oath to all the members of the Constituent Assembly, that without taking an oath the members cannot take part in the proceeding of House. The first job of Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was to administer the oath to everyone, and second, help the House to elect its first president. And this was a practice in France. So on the basis of that, being the oldest member, House has elected Sachidanand Sinha as its temporary president, and after become president, temporary president, he has helped the House for the two things. First, he administered the oath to the House members, right? And second, he helped the House to elect its first president. And so the president has elected Dr. Rajendra Prasad Sinha as its first president. And as soon as Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as a first president of assembly, Dr. Sachidanand Sinha ceased to be exist as a president of assembly. So that's why he become as a temporary president. So whenever there is a question, you need to be very specific and very cleared whether the question has been asking about temporary or permanent. Okay. Next point. On December 11, 1946. On December 11, 1946, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the president of assembly, second, next point, H. C. Mukherjee elected as a vice president of the assembly. H.C. Mukherjee elected as a vice president of assembly. Next point, Sir B.N. Rao, R.A.U. Sir B.N. Rao, नाम सुना है आपने? Who was he? अभी से पहले नाम सुना है? So he was an advisor to the Constituent Assembly. So Sir B.N. Rao was appointed as a constitutional advisor to the Assembly. Sir B.N. Rao appointed as an constitutional advisor of the Assembly. It's clear? Constituent Assembly को advisor, as an advisor on legal advisor on anything. How there? Yes. Okay. Is it clear? So next in the topic, what is this? That the committee, right, of the Constituent Assembly. As we know that Constituent Assembly as a, so now if we see that what is the need of the committee? Committee क्यों चाहिए? As we know that there is a parliamentary committee also today, right? Right. So what is the need of the need of this committee? So there is 2 points on the basis of reasons, or rather we should say there is 2 reasons why any parliament or assembly needs a committee. So reason for having a committee is this. First is that the size of the assembly. Assembly being a very big, right, around 400, earlier it was around 389 members, are reduced to the 299, so around 300 members. So it being a very size, so it is not been a comfortable house to deliberate on any subject matter. And the second, just being a very huge in the size, is a presence of generalist in the house. It means that members were not specialist about the subject matter. So what the house will provide? They will give a general idea, general view related to the any matter. But for the deliberate discussions, a specialist is required. Yes or no? So this specialist job or the specialist part of this committee will be provided through the committees of the any parliamentary house or any parliament or assembly. So this is the reasons why any parliament in present also, in today's also, and in that time also, why it is needed required a committee. Is this clear? Right? So chaliye we'll discuss the committees in the next. Now we are on the end of this Constituent Assembly. Okay, so under this we will discuss in the next class. Any questions? Anyone? No? Chaliye, thank you.